The first few days of me being homeless was being very nervous, didn't know what to expect.
I just had to bear with the fact that it was actually happening.
That I never felt so low, I never felt like such a loser in my life.
Kind of disbelief, anger, just total shutdown of everything.
I felt terrified. I didn't know what I was going to do or where I was going to sleep.
It just felt like everything was being stripped away.
At the time I was homeless, I had no knowledge of any resources until I went to a social assistance office.
What opened my eyes to other services was when I finally found a homeless shelter.
I had to find out by asking around.
Told me all the places I could go to.
Drop-in centers, homeless shelters, food.
I found a drop-in center where I could go during the day and sit down, and they had soup at lunch.
There were more options than I had ever imagined.
PC 211 is 24/7 service. We do a daily call out here twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, where we call all the shelters in the Lower Mainland to find out availability. People are looking for food, they're looking for clothing, they're looking for financial assistance in, what do they do next when the kitchens are open. So if you call in and you identify yourself, how old you are, where you are, we can direct you to that.
The Evelyn Seller Center has 2 core services with 2 other services we provide, providing affordable meals, the health services. The various services can give them a helping hand, and you say, hey, where can I get something for free to eat? A lot of places down here you can get free meals and such. Where is the closest shelter? Just ask questions. And if you come into facilities such as the Evelyn Seller Center or Lookout Air Care Site, or you see on the backs of the outreach workers for Carnegie Center, just go up and ask them.
Come into our community center, let us know what your issues are, help us direct you to the appropriate services not only within our center but within the community.
The first night I was homeless, I slept in this trailer that was full of firewood behind some commercial building.
I found out about different resources just by starting to talk to people that I knew, just to see what things were out there.
Seek out a shelter as quickly as possible. They provided a place to sleep and shelter.
The Downtown Housing Center, we offer a 46-bed emergency shelter, so it's 24 hours, and that's for anybody coming in off the streets or anybody who gets referred from another service provider, as well as we have an outreach team that operates 7 days a week.
We have 71 emergency shelter beds, 19 female and the rest are male. And people come in off the street or from other services, they can be referred or walked in through the door.
So probably the most important resource I have is with me right now in my backpack. Do outreach about half the time. So that means we go out in the neighborhoods, go out early mornings and all times during the day and sometimes in the evening. And we look for people who are living outside. And when we find them, we introduce ourselves and we try to offer them some basic comforts. So whatever I have in my backpack. So I carry bottles of water, I carry snacks, granola bars, juice, first aid kits, socks, gloves, toques in the winter. Sure, it's pretty tough to live out on the street. Obviously, safety is a big concern for a lot of people. So you might find that a lot of folks, they spend their time during the day sleeping, and then they stay up all night, because nighttime is obviously the most unsafe time for people that are living outside. They can be robbed or beaten up or taken advantage of in other ways. So a lot of folks will try to stay awake as much as they can during the night.
I was looking in this garbage area where I remember literally pulling a sandwich out, taking a bite out of it, and I thought I was being real sneaky and quick about it because I didn't want anybody to see what was going on.
I went to a social assistance office and they told me all the places I could go to for food.
I had to find out by asking around.
The resources that we supply at the Salvation Army Family Services would be food and clothing. Come join us any given Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and you're free to a nice warm breakfast and great company of other community members, as well as our staff and our volunteers are always here to, sort of talk to you and see where you're at.
Pancakes or French toast, hot or cold cereal. You can get a juice, milk, and a coffee or tea, all for $2.
Well, the resources that we offer help our guests that are coming into the shelter in many ways, right? Like, I think the most important one would be meals in shelter, right? Having four walls around you, having some people around you, feeling like part of the community.
Being given a hot shower, clean clothes, and a good meal is a good start.
It came about trying to figure out how I was going to eat and how I was going to drink and how I was going to use the bathroom and how I was going to get clean, right? Like physically get my body clean, like shower.
The second major component is the health services, which provides free showers, free laundry. We also do what we call bed bug laundry. They also do licensed scabies treatments for people. This is all free.
Showers and laundry and food are probably our primary services that we provide.
Like, we're here to help, and for anybody who wants to get off the street and to get back to employment or to get their own place, to get back in touch with family members, any of that, it's all possible, and we're here to help with all of that.
The resources help me get out of homelessness because they help me find a job. They help me keep a stable place, and I was able to live on my own with having no problems.
Regardless of race, creed, color, anything like that, status, you're welcome to come in the doors and be treated with dignity.
My advice, seek out a shelter as quickly as possible.
Don't hold yourself back to a point where you're not talking to anybody and so you can't get help.
To try to make some connections with people like myself, outreach workers. There's lots of people out there who are looking to help other folks. You can trust outreach workers when they come around to offer some help.
To ask for help and move forward one step at a time, and anybody can find a home.